Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unlocking one of the most powerful, and I mean that, commands you can teach your dog, down. And we're going to do it using a positive, science-backed approach that actually strengthens your bond, instead of relying on any kind of force.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about why down is so much more than just a party trick. Then we'll dive into the science behind our method, get you all set up for success, explore 3 totally different ways to teach it, and finally, we'll make it stick, no matter where you are. First up, let's talk about the down superpower, because honestly, thinking of this as just a simple command is selling it way, way short.
So yeah, is down just another party trick? A lot of us think so. But what if I told you it's actually a foundational life skill, a tool that can profoundly change your dog's emotional well-being?
This right here is the real power. Of course, it's about safety, and yes, it's a foundation for other training. But the big one, the real game changer, is emotional regulation. I mean, think about it. A dog physically can't be jumping frantically or barking its head off while in a calm, lying down posture. It's just incompatible. You're not just telling them to stop, you're giving them a built-in off switch for stress. All right, section 2, science, not force. This is the engine behind absolutely everything we're about to do, and it's what separates modern, effective training from those old-school methods. The entire approach is built on this one incredibly powerful idea, positive reinforcement. And it's super simple, really. When your dog lies down and something great immediately follows, their brain forges this connection. Hey, lying down makes good things happen. I should do that more often. And here is the crucial difference, a real night and day distinction. We're not forcing compliance. We're creating an enthusiastic learner. Pushing a dog down often just triggers their instinct to push back up. It turns training into a struggle, a confrontation. We want our dogs to want to do this, to choose to participate, because it's a fun game we play together. Now, to make this work with real precision, we use something called a marker. The best way to think of it is like a camera flash. It's a quick sound, like the word yes or a clicker, that pinpoints the exact moment your dog does the right thing. It's the bridge between their action and the reward that's about to come. And you can see that perfect little loop right here. The dog lies down, they hear yes, the instant their elbows touch the floor, and then the reward comes. Without that marker, the dog might think they got the treat for, I don't know, starting to get back up. The marker makes it crystal clear. Aha! It was my elbows touching the floor that got me paid. And this just speeds up learning like you wouldn't believe. Okay, on to section 3, preparing for success. Because the environment you create is every bit as important as the technique you use. So let's set the stage. Your dog's comfort isn't a luxury. It is a flat-out requirement for learning. I mean, would you want to learn a tricky yoga pose on a slippery, cold tile floor? Probably not. It's exactly the same for them. So please, start on a rug or a carpet, something soft and non-slip. Now let's talk about payment, because when you're learning a tough new skill, you gotta use the good stuff, the high-value rewards. So what does your dog absolutely go wild for? Tiny bits of chicken, a little cheese, that's your currency. And always remember, you don't decide what's valuable, they do. You know, training has to be a two-way conversation. In this slide, this is your translation guide. You have to learn to see these signals. That yawn when they're not tired, that's not boredom. That's your dog trying to calm itself down. That quick little lip lick, that's a sign of mild stress. Learning to see these is your cue to take a break, maybe make things a little easier. With our foundation set, we are ready for section 4, the 3 core ways to actually teach the behavior. Now, it's so important to know there isn't one single best method. It's about finding the best fit for your dog's personality. So let's look at all 3 so you can decide which tool is right for your pup. First up is luring. This is often the fastest way to get started. You're basically using a treat as a magnet. The nose follows the treat and the body follows the nose. The key here, as you see, is that L-shape motion. Guide their nose straight down and then slide your hand out along the floor. That usually encourages the whole body to fold into the down position. Okay, our second method is called capturing. Now, this one requires a bit of patience from you, but honestly, it can feel like pure magic. It's all about letting your dog solve the puzzle all on their own. So here's how it works. You just hang out and you wait for your dog to lie down naturally. The moment they do, you mark it and give them a fantastic treat. After just a few times, you'll see this amazing light bulb moment where they realize, wait, I can make the treat happen, and they start offering the down on purpose. It's a huge confidence booster.
Our third method, shaping, is like being a sculptor. You're not guiding the dog at all. Instead, you're rewarding tiny steps in the right direction. Maybe you reward just a glance at the floor, then a head dip, then an elbow bend. As you can see, it requires great timing, but it's a powerful way to teach dogs who might be a little confused or hesitant about a lure. So you've taught the basic action. That's fantastic. But that's just phase 1. Now, in our final section, we're going to make it reliable in the real world, anywhere, anytime. The sequence here is absolutely critical. You have to say the cue first, then give the hand signal. Word first, then motion. That's how the dog learns that the word down predicts that action. And over time, you just make that hand signal smaller and smaller until it just disappears. Once your dog knows the command really well, you introduce the slot machine effect. You stop paying out every single time. Sometimes they get a treat, sometimes they just get praise. This unpredictability is actually what makes the behavior stronger and more reliable, because they're always hoping the next one will be the jackpot. This line gives us the roadmap for mastery, the 3 Ds. But here's the absolute golden rule. Only work on one at a time. Do not ask for a long duration and add distance at the same time. You master duration first. Then you go back to a short duration while you start working on distance. It's a step-by-step process. So, in the end, it all comes back to this one question. Are you just training for compliance, or are you building a conversation? This whole process, from understanding their signals to using positive reinforcement, it isn't just about getting a dog to lie down. It's about creating a shared language and a deeper partnership. And that is the real superpower.